Kelvin, you built this pre-webinar assignment, right, for us with the prisoner's dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show us a bit more how you built this assignment, and also how you are planning to use MobLab and the new assignments feature at your courses at ASU this coming fall?
Yeah, so at ASU we are doing kind of like a multi method of teaching. So we will have in-person classes, and part of that will be that only half the class might show up on a given day. The other half would have to at home be watching from Zoom live. And so if I were to do activities with my classes in person, I would still do kind of the synchronous stuff that we would do, except some students might be on Zoom and watching. Where asynchronous is really going to be helpful for me is for a lot of my students who are going to be still, in other countries where it maybe doesn't work for them to watch live and participate live. There are ways to like schedule specific times that they all log in, but every student, when you teach a large class, students have different restraints. And one of the things I can do is have an asynchronous playlist for students who can't maybe participate on the outside scheduled time that I have. So this is going to be helpful for me in that. But yeah, so I can go through really quickly, just in a couple of minutes, how fast it is to build one of these playlists. And so, maybe I'll just build a pre-webinar assignment, again, just to show everyone just how quick it is. So really all you have to do, and so one way you can do it is how Bob just showed with adding a whole module that's already pre-made. But if you want to do it your own thing, just click on the plus button. You can call it, I'll call it maybe after webinar. This is just the playlist, what students will see when they log on. And this is the new thing. You can click on online assignments to basically say that this is an asynchronous thing. So I'm going to create that. And maybe, I'll start the, maybe at 1 o'clock, and let's say I'll run it for 2 weeks, just like Bob did with the other game. So I'll just save that. So you'll see this afterwards, as well as after webinar playlist. Let's build this from a blank survey. So the first thing that you saw when you did the pre-webinar assignment was just kind of instructions and just an introduction. So I'm going to add this to the after webinar playlist here. And here I can, call it, let's say assignment introduction. And here you can, doesn't really matter the name, but let's say the first is the overview. Now, in the interest of time, I've saved a lot of the text that I put in the other survey, just so that you don't have to see me type a bunch of stuff. So the thing that we started off with was basically a video. So here I can say, here, watch this instruction video, and then I can select video. And like Bob was saying, it's easy to just link a YouTube video here, and then students will be able to see that. We'll preview that after, just so you can see that this is how, that looks exactly like the one you saw. Let's have a comprehension question after the video. I would highly recommend that, because after a video, you want to make sure students are actually understanding. And so here I'm going to add an image of the payoff matrix that you saw. So it's easy to just click. I already have it here in my desktop. So payoff matrix, open, and here's the image. And then I'm just going to put in the possible answers here. So 2, 6, 10, and 14. 2 is the correct answer, but you can choose whatever you want when you do the survey. And then since this is asynchronous, I think it's really helpful to have sort of just a little informational question after, just to tell them what the answer is. Because for a student who maybe is live in class, you can see the results, you can tell them what the answer is, but maybe afterwards, in an asynchronous playlist, they might be curious, did I get it right? And so, what I like to do, and what I will do, is I would have images that will kind of help explain it. So I have this answer picture that they can see, and they can see exactly what they should have been looking for. And what I also will do is be adding a little informational question at the end, just to say, the next thing is going to start in about 10 seconds. So, just like Bob showed earlier, if you want to, click and wait, or you can just click straight to go to the next thing. So let me just preview this for you so you can see exactly what students see. So this is kind of what you saw in the pre-webinar survey with the video. You can click on that and start playing it. You see how you have a survey question. You can look at the picture. you can answer, I'm going to get it wrong. Why not? And you can see the explanation. Oh, I did get it wrong. Right. And so, okay. So that's how you would do a survey. Now, what we have in the other playlist was also a game. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to search for the Prisoner's Dilemma game. And you can see that I can just really quickly add this game to the after webinar playlist, and then it's there. Now, what I'm going to do is change it so that you have only 3 rounds, just like was in the original pre-webinar game. And also here's the robot strategies that Bob mentioned a little bit. You can kind of select what robot strategies you want. I'll do tit for tat here in this game. And in the interest of time, after the game, I want to also do a survey to make sure that students comprehend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the one that was already made, just so I don't make a whole playlist again. It's really easy to copy. You just click on the little, I guess that's the copy button, and you can copy the activity to the after webinar playlist, and then boom. So this playlist here is going to start at 1 o'clock, and it basically is the pre-webinar assignment, just so you can kind of see the whole thing in action again for those who didn't get to check it out.
And Nathaniel, I have to tell you that I am going to have Kelvin make all of my MobLab playlists from now on. I am truly impressed. I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm very impressed. Very impressed too by your typing speed and how fast you were able to find all these links. But I think you showed very well how, the flexibility, how you can really create your own modules, how you can easily copy them, maybe even share them with other colleagues or for future semesters.